Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Subaru in Ewing, New Jersey to take a look at a brand new 2023 Subaru Crosstrek. This is the limited trim. Earlier in the year we did the base with the 6-speed and the sport. So now here a couple months later they got in a limited and we're going to check it out. So let's dig in. All right, the front end of this Subaru Crosstrek limited trim, the color is black silica. Front end, we have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps, standard bulbs for turn signals. We have the chrome around that Subaru badge in the middle, otherwise all black on the front, flat black all the way around on the front. Looking good, and I like the way that flat black plastic matches up with the black silica paint. Blends it in nicely, gives it a good look up front. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, wheel and tire package on this Crosstrek. We have an 18-inch machined aluminum wheel. We have gloss black with silver accents. Like the design, Subaru badge in the middle, standard brake and rotor package. We have all-season tires, Falcon all-season tires on this Crosstrek. 225 on the width, a 55 series sidewall, 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. All right, we've seen the full side profile on the Crosstrek before. Again, it's I think one of Subaru's best looking vehicles, with that hard body line right underneath the side view mirror and above the door handles that folds into that rear quarter panel. Got the flat black around the wheel wells and along the bottom of the door sills, which I think makes sense on this Crosstrek, since a lot of these are used up in the mountain areas, hilly areas, snowy areas. I think that makes good sense. Roof rack up top in flat black looks good. So overall, I think it's a pretty good looking Subaru. Let me know what you think in the comments. As we move in, as I mentioned earlier, we do have the flat black around the wheel wells. Color matched on the side view mirror with LED turn signals. We're color matched on the front and rear door handle. We have a fuel filler cap on the right side of the car. Up top, we're color matched with a shark fin antenna. And this particular Crosstrek has a standard style sunroof. All right, we're at the tail end of this Crosstrek. Again, we have that all body color all the way around on the back, that low roof spoiler. We have the windshield wiper down low on the rear glass, a Subaru badge in the middle. On the left of the tailgate, Subaru all-wheel drive. On the right, the Crosstrek badge. We do have LED tail lights, however, the turn signals here are standard bulbs. The reflectors are around that flat black cladding in the back. And then we have an exhaust tailpipe that's tucked up underneath the right side of the car. All right, we are under the hood of this 2023 Crosstrek. And what we have here is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated flat 4 engine mated to a CVT transmission, 182 horsepower, 176 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 27 in the city, 34 on the highway, 29 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this vehicle on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior of this Crosstrek Limited, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this cost? Well, MSRP, the way this one is optioned, $34,564. So let's check out the interior. Footbox, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, all rubber finish. Carpeted floor mats are in the tailgate area. Here is the pull lever for your fuel filler. Seats, we have power seats without lumbar. For the driver, manual assist for the front passenger. And now we have our black leather trim seats in the limited trim with orange cross stitch and more of an orange design in the center, so the seats look really nice. The bolstering is really nice. So overall, it's a nice looking package here in this Crosstrek. All right, on the door panel, we have soft touch up top. We do have a chrome door handle, and around that, instead of gloss black plastic, we have some either carbon fiber or carbon fiber effect. Not sure because it doesn't say on the window sticker. Flat black on the switchgear, nice soft armrest with the cross stitch. Door panel looking good, and this does have the upgraded Herman Kardon sound system. On the dash, we have nice soft touch up top with the stitching. More of this smoked chrome look here to break up all the black, which is nice. And now we open up the glove box and it's nice and large. Okay, if we look at the center stack, you'll see two screens, the nav system here, infotainment, and then up there, a separate screen. So this screen up here is going to give you your outside temperature, time, range to tank, average miles per gallon, those kinds of things up there, which is a nice touch. And then down here you have your 8-inch Subaru Starlink infotainment system with Apple CarPlay, with Android Auto. We have navigation in here as well. We go to map. It is a touch screen, and it should be smoother. It's a little glitchy. Once you get it going, it behaves, but when you first start touching it, you need to kind of wake it up a little bit to get it moving, which I would expect it to be a little bit better than that. Let me know what you think in the comments. We move into reverse. Nice large backup camera, nice and clear with trajectory. So that's a nice touch. No 360-degree cameras in this limited trim Crosstrek. As we move down, here are the hard controls for the infotainment system. So we want to go back to home, we can go back to home. We want to go to map, we can go to map. Want to go to our apps, we can go to our apps. I believe the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, I believe in this 8-inch system is wired, because when I try to do it via Bluetooth on my phone, it doesn't work. So there you have it there. So it looks pretty nice overall with this 8-inch system. As we come down, we have our climate control on or off, and that is a one climate zone. Not dual climate zone action, I don't believe. No, one climate zone only here in this Crosstrek. So interesting. We come down further. We have, as you can see in there, we have some action going on. We have a 12 volt. Trying to get a good angle of this. We have a 12 volt, two USBs, and an aux jack, and an area for storage here. Here is the shifter that's going to take you through the simulated gears of the CVT. Manual emergency brake, which is nice. We have our X modes, and I'll show you those when we go through them on the dash. And then we have our 3-stage heated seats for both the driver and front passenger. And then here we go with the Subaru key fob. Standard Subaru key fob, lock. The Subaru badge is unlock, pop the tailgate panic button, and nice weight, not bad. And then we have our armrest right here. Nice soft touch material with the cross stitch, and then we open it up. And in here we have, I don't know if you can see, but another 12 volt and two more USBs. All right, looking at the X mode button, I don't know if you can see this well, but when you go X mode action, it actually changes this little screen up above your infotainment system. And then we go into the X mode menu, just like that. All right, Subaru steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel with the orange stitching. I like that smoke chrome look down below. Subaru badge in the middle. On the left, you have your telephone voice commands, and down below here you can operate the 4-inch digital dash display. When we get there, I'll show you that. On the right, you have your adaptive cruise control settings and safety suite controls, and then your S and your I drive, so your sportier drive and your more comfortable drive switches right here. Looking good. We do have paddles to go through the simulated gears in the CVT, and then on the left stalk we have our headlights and fog lamp controls, and then on the right we have both wiper controls. Down below here we have our SRH off. That's steering response headlights, if I remember right. And when this is on, as you make a turn, the headlights will follow the car turning to brighten up the area in front of the car better. But for some reason in Subaru, you can turn it off so it just stays, headlights stay stationary. And in my view, I'd probably leave this on all the time because I love those adaptive headlights. Brighten and dim the dash, traction control off, engine auto stop start off, safe exit off. Push button start right over here on the right side for the engine. And then we have our part analog, part digital dash, analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, and then we have a digital 4-inch display in the middle where you can get your fuel level and other information as your average MPGs, range to tank. You can have your tire pressures, all sorts of different things. You have your digital gauge for your miles per hour. So a lot of different things on there. So it's a nice little piece of technology as they split that screen, which I think looks pretty cool. But overall, a really easy dash to work and a very, very easy one to look at while you're driving. Center console action. Here are our interior lights. If you want the lights to go on and off when you open and close the door, this switch needs to be all the way to the left, set on door. And then when you open the door, the lights will come on. And when you close the door, the lights will go off. We do not have LED lighting on the interior of this vehicle. And then we have our lane keep assist off right up here. And then you have your controls for your sunroof. The shade is manual. You move that back and now you can go ahead and hit it, and you got to hold the button in for a second and then that sunroof will come out. When you want to close it, you hold it in and it will come shut, and then you need to move that back by hand. We have our sun visor with vanity. And does it slide? No, but it has an extension to cover up that side sun. So that's a good deal. Back seat time in this 2023 Crosstrek. We'll move on in. We'll have a seat. Off. This seat is set for my driving position. Plenty knee room, plenty headroom at 5'11", plenty of shoulder width room. So great space. Also on the door panels, as you can see, the same materials used front to back on the door panel. So that is a nice touch to keep that consistency of design. You can also see that in the seats, where we have the same leather seats with the same orange stitching and design on the insert. So that's good. Now, in the back here, we do not have any action going on the rear console. The idea, I believe, is that the USBs that are inside of the center console are for the rear seat passengers, so they don't put them back here. It might be handier to put them back here. Let me know what you think in the comments. We do not have a seat pocket behind the driver's seat, but we do have one behind the front passenger seat. And then lighting in the back. We do have lighting up here. I don't see any heat and air vents, so they're most likely on the floor. And then as we come around to the center armrest, bring that down. Nice center armrest, really soft. 2 cup holders, so you're good there. So in the back, you do have connectivity via the USBs inside the center console, and you do have 2 cup holders. So overall, a really nice place to be in the back of this Crosstrek Limited, and the seats are extremely comfortable. All right, tailgate time. You can pop it from the key fob, or you can come to the back and right underneath the Subaru badge. You just hit it, but you got to lift up. This is a limited trim. It should have electric assist on the way up and electric assist on the way down. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is the top gas-powered trim for the Crosstrek for 2023. We have the optional cargo net. Here are the Crosstrek carpeted floor mats that I talked about earlier. We have an all-season cargo mat in the back as well, and if we lift that up, Here's the carpeted mat underneath, and if we lift that up, we have a nice spare with tools. Thank you, Subaru, for including the spare. We do have some lighting in the back, so that's a nice touch. You got your security shade, which is a nice touch, and that is removable. If you want to get in some taller items into the vehicle for storage, you can take this out. To lower the rear seats, it's really easy. Here is the pull knob. You just pull it and push down. Really simple. Pull it and push down. 60-40 split. And now when you get that off, if I pull this down, you can see you have a lot more room for those larger items. So it's a really versatile vehicle. And again, you can take that security shade out if you want to get some taller items into the vehicle. But overall, really great use of space by Subaru here in the back of this Crosstrek. All right, here's the window sticker for this 2023 Crosstrek Limited. Feel free to pause the video, take a look at everything that's optioned into this Crosstrek. And now, let's take it out for a spin. All right, so we are on the road in this 2023 Subaru Crosstrek Limited, the top trim. If you're looking for a gas only combustion engine in this model. There's one trim level higher than the Crosstrek Limited. That is the Crosstrek Hybrid. The Crosstrek Limited starts before options at around $29,000. The Crosstrek Hybrid trim starts at around $36,000 before options. A big difference. And if the Ciocca Subaru does get a hybrid trim Crosstrek in, I'll definitely film it for everyone. But this, I think, is the place most people land with the Crosstrek. We're going to go over a couple of speed bumps, show you how smooth this is. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. We have those nice thick sidewall tires that are going to soak up the bumps. Easy over those speed bumps, no problem. This 182 horsepower, flat 4, nice feel to it, naturally aspirated, so it's really very linear in its torque delivery. Gets the vehicle up to speed quite easily. So I am very, very pleased to report how this engine and driveline operates. The CVT in here is very, very smooth in its shifts. I'm not, obviously standing on it or going crazy. I'm driving it very, very smoothly, which is the way I think most people will drive this Crosstrek, and it drives very nicely. The steering is light and it's a bit vague, but you point the steering wheel to where you want the car to go and the car will go in that direction. So I like that. So overall, I think the Limited is a nice package. Where do I think the Limited falls short? Well, there's a couple things that I think a Limited trim should have. And wait till I'm done, and then you can let me know how you feel about it in the comments. Number one, it doesn't have a wireless charging pad. Now, I know you can option one in, but I'm in a Limited trim. I really think a wireless charging pad should come with the trim level at no extra cost. Let me know what you think. Secondly, the interior is not LED lighting. And I think with the Limited trim, you should get interior LED lighting with the trim. And overall, I think that the vehicle has more USB, plenty of USBs for connectivity for front and rear. I would like to see, though, maybe them move those USBs from inside the center console to on the back of the center console, so it's easy for the rear seat passengers to get at them. Make that life a little bit easier, I think, for them to do that. So there's not a lot of complaints out of this car. There's just some tech issues I think Subaru should consider including in with the trim. And I do like how the car moves down the road nice and easily, and it's really smooth. But we're going to get down this road. Nobody's behind us, so we're going to do an emergency stop from about 45, see how she does. Stops on a dime, doesn't lock up, very nice. No pull in the steering wheel, and now we'll take back off. And we're back up to speed, no problem. So nice response there to that action, so I like that. And now we're going to come down the road a little bit further here. It does have heated seats, no ventilated seats. Let me know if you think the limited trim should have ventilated seats at this almost $35,000 price point. I'm not gonna hold that against it because we're not over 40 grand. I kind of will hold it against a brand for not putting in ventilated seats once you get over that 40 grand price point. So I think at the current price point, I think heated seats without the ventilated is okay. Let me know what you think. I do like the leather seating trim, and I do love this orange cross stitch. I think it looks really, really good on the inside of this vehicle. And now we are going to bebop out on the highway and give it a quick run on the highway just to give you an idea of how it moves up onto the highway. Here we go. All right, and now we're up to highway speed right here at the end of the on-ramp, and we're ready to get on. Gives me good confidence to merge onto the highway because I've gotten up to the speed I wanted to get up to, and now I merge right in. So well done, Subaru. I think this 182 horsepower is just right for the size of this vehicle. Also, I did want to mention we do have the Subaru EyeSight, complete EyeSight technology in here, and I wouldn't have expected anything less. So we have that blind spot monitoring on either side. We have cross traffic alert. We have lane departure warning. All that good stuff is in here for safety. So that's important too. I wanted to get that in before we wrap this up. But I wanted to thank Herman and everyone over at Ciocca Subaru for allowing the channel access to this 2023 Crosstrek Limited for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.